Hey guys, so I'm back with this angle in the car. I can lift my arm, but I just feel like filming from this area. Today I wanted to talk about, it's kind of correlated with a story that I have from when I was in 4th grade, but I think it's relevant for anybody today or, whatever age. So as you guys probably know if you've watched some of my videos, when I was younger I was very meek. I used to have anxiety attacks a lot. I also was very shy and quiet, and I would cry a lot. And I was kind of known for the kid that would cry all the time. And I think I had 2 teachers in 4th grade. At my elementary school, the way it worked was we would have English and some other, maybe social studies. I think it was English and social studies and maybe reading with our main teacher. And then we would have science and math with our other teacher. So this was like with my main teacher that this story is about. And for the longest time, that was my favorite year in school. I really liked my teachers. They were very nice, both of them. And, I did really well that year as well, academically, but, anyways, so I was a very, meek child. Like I said, my parents had just gotten a divorce. Oh my gosh. My parents just got a divorce like a year before. So like when I was in 3rd grade. And I still was pretty traumatized by that. And my dad started dating my stepmom, during that time when I was in 4th grade. So it was kind of like a lot of new things for me, and it just added to my anxiety. But anyways, my main teacher, the one that taught language arts, reading, and social studies, she was the one that told me this. And what she said to me is she would tell me to say to myself, which, by the way, there's a guy getting out of his car and he's walking away. Ooh, being creepy. I don't know if he could hear me. He just pulled in and he's like, what is this girl doing? But anyways, she would tell me, she said, Emily, you need to look in the mirror and you need to tell yourself that you are pretty and you are smart. So say, I am pretty and I am smart. Because both of my teachers really believed in me, and they knew I was going through a lot, and they knew I was really shy and, all that stuff. And that's something that really impacted me, obviously, since I'm still remembering that. And I remember I used to tell myself in the mornings, or anytime I looked in the mirror, I would just say that either out loud or silently or in my head. And I think there's a lot of wisdom that comes out of, telling a 9 or 10-year-old child that kind of thing. Obviously she was my teacher and she cared about me, but at the same time she didn't have to, put in that extra effort to say that to me. And it stuck with me. And I think it's something that anybody should tell themselves. And I know that maybe you may not be the smartest person, you may not be the most attractive person, but personally, I don't care, what you look like, how smart you are, any of that. It's a mentality. It's putting in positive thoughts. And you can say something else. Obviously, I don't really say that anymore to myself. But I think that was something that kind of skyrocketed, I don't know what to say, that kind of notion of self-confidence at a young age. Because obviously my parents care about me, and you know, they love me and stuff, and my family does, and my friends, but at the same time, when someone else says that to you, that's not part of those groups, who is basically someone that, I mean, she did have a relationship with me in the sense that she was my teacher, but for all intensive purposes, she was just a stranger, an outsider in my life. And the thing you can gain, whatever thing that you say to yourself, so whether that's, you know, I'm intelligent, whether that's, you know, I'm beautiful just the way I am, I'm, you know, artistic, I'm whatever applies to you, I'm brilliant. You want to bring yourself up, and again, not out of ego, not out of narcissism, not out of any of those things. It's about trying to build your self-confidence and being intrinsically happy with yourself and loving yourself. And this will really help. I think just saying it is not really going to implement, well, it definitely will. It's going to implement something in your mind. Your mind will start rewiring. But when you use positive actions as well, so if we're thinking about like the law of attraction or something like that, you can tell yourself whatever. I could be like, oh, I want to, you know, have this amount of money. I want to marry this person. I want to do all these things. I want to travel to this place. But if I just sit in my room or, you know, don't work on those things, you know, well, sorry, maybe you'll get lucky and maybe that will happen for you, but I really doubt it, because the thing is, you have to put in action. You have to actually live the way that you're, you know, telling yourself to live. And I would even say maybe writing it down on your mirror. Oh my gosh, I'm just having so much struggles with my bangs right now. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about? But anyways, you could write on your mirror, you could write it on a sticky note, you could write it somewhere, or just have it like where you walk into a room and you walk into a room and you're like, you say your mantra, you say whatever feels right to you. Also, I don't have my car on right now, and it's actually a lot hotter than what I thought it would be. Sorry about all these side notes. Anyways, I think it's good to have positive thoughts. Not only do I think it's good, I know it's good. And, you know, I just want to clear this up. I feel like I've cleared it up before. By no means when I say, you know, I'm not the most attractive person, or I'm not the smartest person, or I'm not, you know, all those things, am I trying to downplay myself and say that I think I'm ugly and I think that I'm stupid and all these things? Because, you know, I know that I may not be everybody's cup of tea as far as looks-wise, but I know that, you know, there's a lot of attractive qualities, and I have been told that I'm beautiful a lot. And something else that you guys don't know is when I was younger, and I still get this, but I'll have people tell me that I should be a model. And although, you know, I've never did modeling, and I don't really have an interest in doing like commercial modeling or whatever the modeling is, it would be something interesting to explore in the future. So don't think that. And also when it comes to intelligence, actually on paper, you know, I am, like, when we're thinking in terms of IQ, I know that I'm intelligent because I've taken the test. But that aside, those things don't really matter. It definitely helps, but you don't have to be the smartest person. You don't have to be the most attractive. You don't have to be the best at art. You don't have to do any of those things. But if you work and you tell yourself, you don't lie to yourself. Maybe it sounds like a lie at first, but if you tell yourself positive things, you become more of this confident person, you're going to exude this certain vibe, or whatever you want to call it, aura, that is going to really promote you in life. And it's going to be helpful, because if you ever have children, someday, which I hope to, I think you guys know that by now, and if you don't, I want to have 7 kids. I don't know if I really will have 7 children, but I want to at least have, a good amount, more than 2 or 3. But I think about raising children, and I think about even mentoring people, because I have friends that sometimes I feel like I'm mentored by them, but oftentimes there's certain friends that I end up, giving advice to or talking to. And I think about not only myself and how much, that affects me to have confidence to truly love myself and all of those things. I think about those people. So like the people that, maybe even you guys, I don't know, maybe some of you may look to me in that way. And if you do, I really appreciate it. But I want to be a good role model. And I want not to be just a good role model on paper. I want people to actually take what I say and they actually implement it into their lives. And they don't have to do it the same way that I do it. But if I somehow have a positive influence on anybody that's watching, then my mission is, I feel like I've I've realized my mission. I'm always going to have to realize my mission, but that's one of my things. And I think there's a lot of wisdom, like I said, with what my teacher said 15, 16 years ago. Like, wow, it's been that long that I've had that in the back of my head. And I don't know where you are at your journey right now. And I don't know when you're watching this video, but I wish you the best. And just know that even when it's hard, you can do things. You can accomplish things in your life. And again, you don't have to be perfect. I've talked about this so many times, but I want to drill it in. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the best. But if you try and you do, and it's not even about trying, it's about doing. And it's about doing it every day and telling yourself, bringing yourself up and bringing other people up. Because that's when you know that you've really made a change in yourself or for yourself, is when you start bringing yourself up, but also other people. Like, I never want to be like this little exclusive island, but be on this exclusive island by myself. I want to bring other people up. I don't want to drag people down. And I haven't always been perfect. I definitely have had times in my life that I'm not very proud of, but now it's like, and I think I've always kind of had this mantra. Again, I didn't always follow it to the T all the time, and I don't think anybody has, but do what you can for yourself and do what you can for others, and that's, I think, the best you can do, really. So again, I feel like I don't know if there is a point, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for your sweet comments. And again, if you want to be interviewed, I would love to interview you. And you don't have to, again, I don't really care how many subscribers you have. That's something I don't give a flying flip about. If you have 1 subscriber, if you have 0 subscribers, if you have, you know, 1 million subscribers, I could give a you know what. But I just like talking to people and getting to know people and understanding the way people tick. And sometimes, and I mean, so thus far it's been focused on personality stuff, but it doesn't always have to be. If you don't really feel comfortable talking about personality stuff, we can talk about something else. But yeah, have a incredible day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.